Here with a quick video today to show you how to identify oak as opposed to other lighter woods with bold grains. We got a couple different tips for you, and at the end of the video we're gonna do a little practice. I'm gonna quiz you a little bit to help you solidify your newfound skill. So here we go. On my workbench I've got a bunch of different light woods with noticeable grain patterns. And if you know specifically where to look, it's always going to be easy to ID oak as opposed to the rest of them.
So when you cross-cut oak, the pores that run along it are very, very noticeable. This is oak right here. See, that end grain has a different look than many other species. So this right here is ash. You can see it's more what you would expect, and while you can see some pores, it's not nearly the same situation as what you have on this piece of white oak. Down here, we've got a piece of black cherry. And you can see, similar to the ash, an even tighter grain, less prevalent pores. So here's a real-world example of me confusing some species. So I cut this ash lantern with my laser, and one of the four sides did not drop through, and I broke these little tabs, these little finger joints. So I had to mill up another piece of stock and cut it again. Only what I thought was ash was actually oak. Now, most people will probably never know the difference, thinking this is all the same species, but take a look at the end grain here. See how one of these sides is different from the other? Pores on this side are much more noticeable. So there you go. You're the expert now. You can see my errors. There is one more way to tell that one of these sides is not the same as the others, and those same pores that are really prominent on the end grain are also more prominent on the face grain. So if you look here, this is ash. Now check this side out. Looking real close, you can see those pore lines. The bold grain is overall the same, but if you look close, you can see those little pores on the face as well.
It's easy to develop the eye for this, so let's get a little practice. Got 3 different types of wood here. We're not looking at the middle band, but we're looking at everything else. You can see the end of this one has super bold grain, so yeah, it's oak, simple as that. If you look at the top grain, you can kind of see the pores on the oak here, but you can always confirm by having a look at that end grain. So you see pores on the open grain or the face grain of wood. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's oak. A lot of different wood species, especially in the family Fagaceae, have open porous grain like that. Beech is another one that comes to mind. But if you look at the end grain, you're going to be able to confirm oak. Let's move on to some phone amplifiers that we make and sell. These are a great example of how you got to look at the end grain to know for sure. Both have a nice bold grain on the face. You could, I don't know, maybe convince yourself either one of them is oak. In reality, only one is. You can see some pores on this, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's oak. So let's have a look at the end grain. Confirmed, really bold end grain. Those pores are very visible. This is oak. You can see exactly which layers are oak. So I hope this was helpful. It's meant to be a very practical, quick and dirty kind of tip. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see y'all next time. Until then, peace.